Video will truly change your life. If you truly listen to the things that I say and really understand these mindset shifts, you will leave this video a changed person. My name is Anu Dio, and on this channel we talk all about productivity, self-help, and really just how to get to your best self. Number 1, you can do anything you want in your life as long as you can visually see a path to get there. Meaning, once you get to the point where you can see yourself in the shoes of the person that you want to be, you can genuinely start believing that there is a way for you to get there. As we see in productivity, as long as we create the right systems to take the actions that you need to take to become that person, you will inevitably get to that goal. Let me give you an example of this. There was a time where I had to move out of my apartment. The lease was ending and I knew that I wanted to get an apartment that was as amazing or better than the last one that I was in. If I figured out exactly what I wanted in this next apartment, then I can create a path for myself to get to that point. So I realized I wanted a balcony, I wanted south facing for my plants, I wanted good windows. So what I did, I went online, I looked for apartments near me, I looked in places where I felt like a lot of people weren't looking, and I created a path for myself that will ensure that I got that apartment. I eventually found the apartment. I sat down to think about what are my next steps to get myself that apartment. I saw the path, I saw everything I needed to do. I wanted to talk to the realtor. I wanted to, of course, use some good people skills to hopefully be liked enough for them to want to take me into their apartment building. I had all of these steps that I needed to take to get to that point. And because I could see myself doing all of those things, I envisioned exactly what I needed to do to get to that apartment. I ended up doing all of those things, and here I am in this apartment that I love. Sum it all up, I had the vision of what I had to do to accomplish my goal. I saw the path that I needed to take to get to that place. I completed the tasks and I'm in the place that I want to be. I think the key to this story is that I truly believed that I would get what I wanted as long as I can figure out what I needed to do to get there. And in this case, it was an apartment. I knew that I was going to make sure that I got an apartment that I really wanted, but this can be used in every aspect of your life. Any goal that you want, as long as you can envision what you need to do to get to the place that you want to be, you can make it happen. Number 2, the combination of consistency, effort, and passion leads you to success. There are so many books in the productivity field or the self-help field that basically say the same things. Books like Atomic Habits or Think and Grow Rich or Grit, they all say that if you do something consistently, you put in the time and effort and really have a passion for it, it is only a matter of time that you will reach success. The idea that the more time you put into something, the better you're going to get at it, and therefore the closer you are to your goal. Passion part of it is really important, as Miss Duckworth says in this book, Grit, because it's the drive that keeps you going when things get tough. It's what pushes you through the hard times, and this is necessary for you to not give up. I'm sure you can think of a time when you've been so passionate at something, even though you've been working on it for so long, because you're so passionate about it, you want to keep going and you want to get to that goal. So that's why the 3 together are so important. Here's an example. I have always been into bullet journaling, and I learned very early on into it that things like task lists, and making schedules are enormously helpful to me. Back when I was stressed and on my pre-med journey, every morning I would wake up, sit down with my coffee, and take the most amazing 20 minutes of my day working on my bullet journal. This, of course, built my passion for bullet journaling because it gave me solace during hours and hours a day of studying. It was just not a fun time. Time went on and I ended up ending my pre-med journey, but when I finally had the time to do things that I really enjoyed, I started creating templates. just like the ones that I've been creating for some time now. When I started this digital bullet journaling, digital template making thing, I was so bad. I started it with Canva, but I didn't know how to use anything. It took so long. I just was not very good. Of course, my passion to do this was still there. I took a little bit of a break, but because I had the passion, I came back to it, and this is where the consistency and the time came in. When I first started, that was about 4 years ago now. And because I kept working on my skills, I ended up becoming really good at it, and now I actually sell those templates. This trifecta of consistency, effort, and passion is what led me to where I am right now. I feel so accomplished when it comes to that. And it really is because of the work that I put in. This mindset shift that I figured out over some time, especially with the help of reading those books, have allowed me to be in a space where I do feel really successful with my templates that I've been making. Okay, mindset number 3. To achieve happiness, your life has to be well-rounded. A lot of the time, the emphasis is on the money you make or where you are in your career. But true happiness comes from having experiences and enjoying your daily life. You get the feeling of true happiness and true fulfillment when you have real relationships with people, when you have fun hobbies, when you enjoy time in the present and prioritizing things like mindfulness and doing hobbies that you enjoy. You prioritize joy in every different aspect of your life. That's when you truly feel like you have a full life and you are happy. An example of how you can add this into your life. I recommend that you take the time to sit down and ask yourself, number 1, what are the things that make you feel most alive? When you were a child, what brought you happiness? Asking yourself these questions and really thinking hard about what you feel makes you be happy as a person is going to lead you to actually accomplishing that happiness. I have a really good video called How to Get Your Dream Life with some really good prompts that you can use to figure out what you really want for yourself and what truly makes you happy. But I will also link a Notion template below for some really good journal prompts specific to this video. So check that out if you'd like. And lastly, number 4. Relationships of any kind are hard, but it's very worth it to put in the effort to build them. Kind of builds off the last one with prioritizing joy, but this is specifically on relationships. Humans are built to have relationships. You can even see this with the way that civilization has occurred or evolved. We need others so we can build a village and build that community so we can survive and be happy. It means that our true fulfillment is also based off of that fact of having people that you can truly rely on and spend time with. In the end, relationships are incredibly important to have, and even though they are hard, it is so worth putting the time in and the effort to build them. A very personal example, I am going through some personal things in my life right now, and things have been kind of hard, but I've recently come to realize that I am able to get through all that I'm dealing with right now just because of the people I have around me. Something that is normally very, I guess, debilitating. It hasn't gotten to that point for me because I have such good friends and family that I can rely on when I'm feeling down. I do still feel happy, and I feel like I can go on and do everything that I want because of these people that are taking the time out of their day to let me lean on them. I have therapy and my journaling, which I love, and things that I do independently to help myself, but by far the people around me are truly my rocks. So if you can change your life in a way that you add in all of these things and learn what you can learn from these mindsets, your life will truly be changed. Realize that you can truly do anything as long as you can figure out a path to get to that place. Number 2, combining consistency, effort, and passion is the formula for success. Realizing how important it is to make your life well-rounded in order for you to feel true fulfillment. And then lastly, really putting in the time for your relationships, because those are the things that allow you to keep going and to really enjoy your life. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Anu Dio, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!